Good morning, friends. How are you? I hope you all are safe at home, stay safe. Today, I am here with part 1 of Molecular Basis of Inheritance of class 12th. Today's topics for discussion are Introduction, DNA, structure of polynucleotide, and salient features of DNA. First of all, we will see the introductory part of the lesson. In the previous lesson, we have seen that at the time of Mendel, the nature of those factors regulating the pattern of inheritance was not clear. Why? Because that Mendel called some factors are responsible for transmission of character from parent to offspring. It took next 100 years to confirm that DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid, is the genetic material for majority of organisms. Nucleic acids are polymers of nucleotides. There are two types of nucleic acid, DNA and RNA. That is deoxyribose nucleic acid and ribose nucleic acid. But in most of the organism, DNA is the genetic material. In some viruses, RNA though acts as a genetic material, but RNA have some additional functions also, as it acts as an adapter molecule, acts as a messenger, and in some cases acts as a catalytic molecule. Let us now discuss about DNA. It is a long polymer of deoxyribonucleotides. The length of DNA depends upon the number of nucleotides. DNA is characteristic of an organism. For example, a Cy174 bacteriophage has 5386 nucleotides. Bacteriophage lambda has 48502 base pairs, and Escherichia coli has 4.6 into 10 to the power 6 base pair, whereas haploid content of human DNA is 3.3 into 10 to the power 9 base pair. So, you have seen here that DNA differs in different organisms. Now, it is about structure of polynucleotide. There are three components of nucleotides. Those components are a nitrogenous base, a pentose sugar, and a phosphate group. In case of DNA, pentose sugar is of deoxyribose, whereas in case of RNA it is ribose. Nitrogenous bases are also of two types, that is purines and pyrimidines. Adenine and guanine are purine bases, and cytosine, uracil and thymine are the pyrimidine bases. All the bases except thymine are present in both DNA and RNA. But in RNA, instead of thymine, uracil is present. So let us see what are the bases present in DNA and RNA. In DNA, adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine are present, whereas in RNA, adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil are present. Now let us see how these bases are linked to pentose sugar. A nitrogenous base is linked to pentose sugar by a N-glycosidic linkage to form nucleoside such as adenosine or deoxyadenosine, guanosine or deoxyguanosine, cytidine or deoxycytidine, and uridine or deoxythymidine. When a phosphate group is linked to 5-end OH linkage, a corresponding nucleotide is formed or deoxynucleotide depending upon the type of sugar present. Two nucleotides are linked through prime 3 and prime 5 by phosphodiester linkage to form a dinucleotide. More nucleotides can be joined in this way to form a polynucleotide chain. A polymer has at one end a free phosphate moiety at 5 end of ribose sugar is called 5 end of the polynucleotide chain. Similarly, at the other end of the polymer, the ribose has a free 3-OH group called as 3 end of polynucleotide. Thus, at 5 end phosphate is present and 3 end OH is present. Sugar and phosphate are the backbone of polynucleotide and nitrogenous bases are linked to sugar. Here you can see the free phosphate moiety at 5 end and hydroxyl at 3 end, as well as base is linked to the pentose sugar. So this is the polynucleotide chain. In case of RNA, every nucleotide residue has an additional OH group present at 2-end position in the ribose, and also uracil is present instead of thymine. This is the difference between DNA and RNA. Friedrich Misser in the year 1869 was the first to identify DNA as an acidic substance present in the nucleus, and he named it as nuclein. The double helix model of DNA was first of all given by James Batson and Francis Crick based on the X-ray diffraction data produced by Maurice Wilkins and Rosalind Franklin. After that, Irwin Chargaff also found that the ratio between adenine and thymine and guanine and cytosine are constant and equal to 1. This means that the ratio of purine to pyrimidine is 1. These are the photographs of James Batson and Francis Crick and also Irwin Chargaff. Now let us study about the salient features of DNA. DNA is made up of two polynucleotide chains, sugar and phosphate being the backbone, and bases are projected inside. The two polynucleotide chains have anti-parallel polarity. This is very important. It means one chain has polarity 5 to 3 end, then other has polarity 3 to 5 end. The bases in two strands are paired with hydrogen bond, forming base pair. Adenine is paired with thymine with 2 hydrogen bond, and guanine is paired with cytosine with 3 hydrogen bond. So purine always comes opposite to a pyrimidine. The two polynucleotide chains are coiled in a right-handed fashion. This is very important. The pitch of helix is 3.4 nanometer, and 1 nanometer is 1 billionth of a meter, that is 10 to the power minus 9 meter. And there are roughly 10 base pair in each turn. Thus, the distance between a base pair in a helix is approximately equal to how much? It will be 0.34 nanometer. In DNA, the plane of one base pair stack over the other in a double helix. This creates additional stability of the DNA. This is the figure of double standard structure of polynucleotide showing antipolarity of two strands as well as sugar phosphate backbone, and the bases are projected where? Inward. Here in the given figure you can observe how DNA double helix looks, showing base pair, sugar phosphate backbone and bases inward projected inside. So this is all about today's session. Thank you, and for any kind of doubts please write your questions in comment section.